Order filled.
Good morning, everyone. Today is Monday, November 4th, 2024, and we're going up with QQQ. V pattern, wide state, H pattern. V pattern, wide state, oscillator agreement. V pattern, wide state, area of retesting, H pattern.
Horizontal line triggered on symbol QQQ.
And there's a $1 move, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to lock in half our gains, and we're going to manage this bar by bar moving forward.
Horizontal line triggered on symbol QQQ.
And there's a $2 move, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to lock in half of our gains, and we're going to play this bar by bar. There's a strong probability if this price holds on that 21 moving average on our 1 minute chart, we turn into an H pattern moving average bounce, slingshot on our 1 minute, H pattern, Fibonacci retracement, lightning on our 2 minute, and we have a triple 5 with a lightning to the upside, so we might go up with the market again.
Order filled.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, so we scaled into more position sizing. So if anyone was to miss the low of the day hard bounce, this would be your second chance at opportunity to go back up with the market. Since we have a rising 21 on our 1 minute, I expect the 2 minute to do the same. And then eventually the price punch through this area, come up to this level, might fool around with the 200. If it gets through the 200, I expect the price to get all the way up to here before it meets heavy resistance. So that's roughly around a $4 move. So again, we're kind of projecting out right here is the same area. So we're going to keep an eye on that area. But I believe that since the 21 is turning, that'll be the support the price needs to keep on going down to bouncing and getting power to continue on this run. But as always, we're going to play this bar by bar. If the price holds around the 486.75, 487 area, we might scale in a second time and go up with the market yet again. Let me just show you. So we impulsed up, we're in a corrective wave. Let me turn the transparency down. Let's copy it. This is what I expect to see here soon. So we're about to get into this setup based on an H pattern moving average bounce slingshot in our 1 minute. We have an H pattern close enough moving average bounce slingshot in our 2 minute, and we have the price forming an H pattern lightning to the upside. And hold on.
Order filled.
Minor retracement on our 5 minute. As you can tell, we just entered the second time scaling in. So at this point, we're going to be all in the whole time until we decide to get out. We're not going to scale in anymore.
Horizontal line triggered on symbol QQQ.
And there's a $3 move based on our original entry that we took at roughly around 940. So we're going to continue to manage this moving forward. And we're going to use the 21 moving average as our trailing stop. And then once we get to the 21 moving average on our 2 minute, we will use that 21 moving average as a reference point to use our trailing stop.
Horizontal line triggered on symbol QQQ.
And there's a $4 move now, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to do is we're going to use the 21-200 moving average on our 1 minute chart as our reference point. So right around the 487.50 is where we're going to move our stop, and then we're going to see if this continues. So we ran up. I expected to get roughly around the 489 and then have a retrace, and depending on how deep the retrace is, let's just say for all intents and purposes, we don't know yet, but let's just say say that we get to a 50% retracement off of this last run up from 487. If it holds at the 50% and runs back up, that'll be the point where we're going to be looking to take profits at that point, expecting the failure to be roughly around the 489.25 area. I don't expect it to fail at the 489 area. That's a common area that most people would be focusing on. I expect the price to run a little bit past the 489, roughly to the 489.25 area, fake everyone out, and then they might run the price back down. So let's just see what happens. Again, our stop is going to be roughly around the 487.50 area right now. Let me point out something. So right here is where the price is stalling out. It keeps on hanging its head up there. We might get all the way up to here if the price can accelerate past the 489.50, 489.75 area. If not, and we keep going up to that 489 area, there won't be enough buyers to push past it. So we might get a quick run up past the 489, again, the 489.25-ish area, and never get to that 489.50 area, and then run back down. Right now, there's a lot of participants buying to make sure that the price doesn't drop below the 488 area. So that is very, very heavily protected right now. As you can see, we have a possible H pattern, moving average bounce, slingshot in our 2 minute, and we have an H pattern close enough, moving average bounce. Now, what I mean is I expect the price to drop down again and start to form a potential H pattern. So what happens is the 21 on the 2 minute is rising. I expect it to rise up to, if not beyond, the 200, since the 200 moving average on our 2 minute chart is flat. So we might go up a little bit, come right back down to that 21. The 21 gets very close in a narrow state to the 200, 21 holds, and then we'll have that final run up. So again, I expect this price to come back down to roughly around the 488, if not the 488.25 area, catch some level of support, and then run back up again. And there you have it. So we have an H pattern, moving average bounce on our 1 minute with a lightning to the upside. We have an H pattern, moving average bounce, Fibonacci retracement, plus slingshot in our 2 minute. We have a 555 H pattern, moving average bounce on our 5 minute with a lightning with the oscillators. So this has a very strong and high probability it will continue to the upside. And here's the narrow state that we were speaking about. So we're going to stick with this setup a little bit longer. If we come down to that area bounce and we travel back up, it'll probably be the last little run up before it fails completely. So we're going to play bar by bar. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I don't see enough speed and violence to get to the 489.50, so we're going to pull our profits right.
Order filled.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, our first trade that we took was roughly around $4.56. Our second trade, which is our first scaling, was about $2.90. Our third trade, which is our second scaling, was about $2.30. So $9.75 today, ladies and gentlemen. As always, never forget, be a pro.